Good afternoon. ELBC News Summary. I'm Daniel Ankrah. The Liberian Law Society is lauding President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's recent statement in regards to the urgent passage of the Land Rights Act. According to a press release, the President made the statement when she met with the chair of the United Nations Peace Building Commission, Olaf Skog, during his recent visit to Liberia. The Law Society also restated President Sirleaf's commitment to the passage of the Land Rights Act in her 2017 annual message. The release quotes the President as reaffirming her commitment to prioritizing the issue of land rights. The Liberian Law Society is meanwhile appealing to the Liberian leader to act urgently to pass the Land Rights Act. The release also quotes the Law Society as saying the passage of the Land Rights Act will be a landmark achievement of the Sirleaf administration and will address the issues of customary land and customary ownership, among other land-related issues. Montserrat County District 4 Representative Aspirant Anthony Zeze is urging Liberian students to attach moral values to their education. Mr. Zeze said making moral values part of their learning will help them excel in society. Mr. Zeze made the call when he served as guest speaker during the third Thanksgiving and closing exercise of the C.G. Croix Christian Faith Academy in Soul Clinic, Painesville. He described educational power as a harmonious development of the mental, physical, and spiritual abilities of an individual. Mr. Zeze said the people attempt to ignore the moral aspect of their educational endeavors in Liberia, thereby resulting to moral deficit even at leadership levels. Montserrat County District 10 Representative Julius Berrien says despite his departure from the Coalition of Democratic Change, he will be a formidable force in the district representative elections. President Berrien posted of the level of development he and his people continue to carry on in the district, something he said will speak for his re-election. He was speaking when a group of residents of District 10 petitioned him to recontest in the district. The citizens in their petition statement said Representative Berrien has completed several development projects in the district to include sponsoring a bill to give Peace Island a borough status. Several mosques around Monrovia have benefited from a donation of 200 bags of rice. The donation was made by the Board of Directors and Management of the Liberia Bank for Development and Investment. According to the Corporate Social Responsibility Coordinator of the bank, Lawrence George, the gesture is aimed at identifying with Muslims for praying for Liberia during the period of Ramadan. Mr. George described Ramadan as a day of reflection to the Muslim holy month. He also disclosed that LBDI is creating a new banking system called the Islamic Banking for the Muslim community. The Board of Commissioners of the newly appointed established Liberia Land Authority, LLA, has appointed Stanley Toole as its first executive director. Mr. Toole's appointment is in line with Section 37.2 of the Act establishing the institution. Speaking to ELBC Monday, Mr. Toole said his term of reference is to assist the chairman of the authority in the day-to-day operations of the entity. He is meanwhile commending the LLA management for his preferment. And away from Liberia, in foreign news now, authorities in the northeastern Nigeria have begun digging a 17-mile trench around the University of Maiduguri to prevent attacks by Boko Haram Islamist militants. According to reports, the trenches are designed to make it impossible for militants to drive into the university, as well as making it harder for them to access campus on foot. Borno State Governor Kashim Shettima is financing the trench and has asked the Nigerian government for money to fund a permanent barrier. And 52 migrants have been found dead in the desert of central Niger near Sigudin. A group of 75 set out in 3 vehicles but were abandoned by traffickers who feared the security forces. A local official told the BBC that dozens of bodies have been buried and 23 survivors were taken to the town, but one later died. Well, that's ELBC News Summary. I'm Daniel Ankrah. Good afternoon.